into 10:30 tonight. Well, obviously, with the big game of this weekend, if we can just keep it to the one question on Real Madrid, which obviously Gary will ask. So, if we're already in the room, we'll kick off with Gary from Sky.
Mikel, thanks for your time.
Hello.
Just two questions for you today. Do you regret not signing a striker, and have you written off winning the league? Just kidding. The England squad's been announced, and some good news around these parts because MLS has got the nod. Your reaction to that?
Very proud of him. It's a huge moment for him and for the club as well. Again, one of our graduates getting the call for England, it's a massive thing, so very happy.
They've been saying the right things, I think, Thomas Tuchel, about there were concerns about fast-tracking a fast tracker, but they can offer in the right environment. Have you been involved in those discussions at all?
No, but I'm sure that will be the case. And Thomas is a top coach. I know a few people around him and the setup in England, and I have no doubt that they will do the right thing with him.
And he's confident that's not going to be any issue for him mixing in that kind of company, is it?
With Miles? I don't think so, no.
And obviously Ben White, not in the squad this time, because obviously he's not been playing because of injury, but the mood music is good. There's a kind of mending of the parting of the ways it's healed. He wants to be involved again. Is that good news?
Yeah, well, I heard that there have been some positive conversations around it, so I imagine it will be about timing more than anything else, especially with the amount of time that he's been out with injury.
And no Ethan yet. That's probably just a step too far for him, but potentially in the future, another Arsenal youngster getting involved with England. Do you get a personal pride from that, the role that you've played with Miles and eventually maybe Ethan?
Yeah, I think we all do, because obviously we are involved in their development, and we know that it's one of the biggest dreams that you can achieve as a football player, and a really proud moment. So being part of that, obviously, it's a great thing to be.
And a real kind of English core at Arsenal as well now, both in the English side and here at Arsenal. Is that something that is important? Very
important. I think culturally, because of our history, and we're an English club, to have that DNA that represents as a club, and then having a lot of academy players as well, I think it's something very, very positive, so very proud of it.
But just quickly, before we move on from England, Bukayo Saka obviously not in the squad, injured. Any update on when we might see him back training? No,
he's getting closer. He's stepping up and making a very good progress, I would say. So let's see, when we start to throw him in with the team, how he reacts and how fit he can get quickly.
The supercomputer, I love a supercomputer. Okay. They make you third favourites to win the Champions League, behind Barcelona and PSG, but ahead of Real Madrid. So you've got to say whether Real Madrid win the Champions League or not. Talk to us about that draw. Are you pleased with it?
Well, a fascinating draw. I think you're going to play against the club with the biggest and more history in the competition, and yeah, very excited to play against them. But before that, we have 3 big matches in the Premier League.
Yeah, I'm talking about the Premier League. The same supercomputer gives you a 0.5% chance of winning the Premier League, a 99.5% chance, I'm not a statistician, of Liverpool winning the Premier League. So you're right, there is still a chance.
Into the next one.
Chelsea, 5-0 this time last year. You'd go for that again, wouldn't you?
Well, I think it's going to be a very different game, and I think the way they develop as a team as well is very impressive. What Enzo has done on the coaching staff, the amount of talent that they have in the squad. So yeah, a really tough match. I think we are our best as well. Big chance for us to win the game.
Raheem obviously was man of the match midweek. Played well, looked like he was enjoying himself. That could be the start of him maybe getting back towards his best for you, but unfortunately, obviously, he can't be involved on Sunday because of the deal with Chelsea. Is that bad for him? Would it have been good for him to carry on that momentum?
I think so, but it's what it is. We knew about that. He played well. He was contributing to the attacking goals that we scored as well. So very good. That's what we needed. Players in good form, in good spirit, good confidence, and certainly that performance is going to help him.
Okay.
Sylvia from Premier League.
Hi.
Your players have spoken about how effective you've been getting the team into the right state of mind mentally. How has it been for you, though, mentally as a coach, to go through the seasons, develop the project, keep the boys resilient, hungry for more, and the different challenges you face? We're nearly at the end of another season. It's gone quick.
Yeah, day by day. I mean, try to surround yourself with the right people that have the right expertise and can advise you to make the right decision. And after that, yeah, unpredictability is a big factor in this industry, and you have to adapt to it. You can have an understanding or a way of doing things, and from there, for sure, things will happen, and you're going to have to adapt, but go into the next day.
And Ben White, he returned to start 122 days after his injury, and 1 year ago today, he signed his new long-term contract. How do you think in this closing stage of the season he can really help the squad, even just being around them more and training?
Very much, and he's been now involved for the last 2 weeks almost, and he's not reacting, so that's very positive, and we know Ben is a really important player for us. He brings something very different to the team dynamic, and I'm thrilled to have him.
Your players